Bro, Trap Top and NTN Trap News Network. You back in the same, like cracking the same, man. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe for more of this good content we got going on here.
WACK100.
It's that good news team you can use team. It's that good knowledge though. You ain't finna get nobody's college though, big dog. Y'all see we got a point and shoot. Shout out to the homie PNS point and shoot. We got a point and shoot video coming up, man. But before we get into that, make sure y'all like, make sure y'all comment, make sure y'all hit that good subscribe button with everything we got going on here at TNN Trap News Network. Yes, that's TNN Trap News Network. Like, comment, subscribe for more of this good news you can use, more of this good knowledge though you can't get in nobody's college though, big dog. Tap in with the tap in. Make sure you tapped in with that good tap in. Everything we got going on here at TNN Trap News Network. It's that news you can use, that knowledge you ain't finna get nobody's college. Tap in with that tap in. Anyway, make sure you like, make sure you comment, make sure you subscribe, become a part of everything we got going on at this rich trapper mafia. You feel me? Get into that if you ain't got into that. And I need to know who wants some chili, man, because if you need some chili, drop a comment because the best comment will receive $100 for the 2,500 subscribers. We give away $100. 15,000 subscribers, we'll give away another $100. Make sure I get into that after that. You feel me? We finna go ahead and get into this content. You feel me? We finna jump into this. Man at the Garden Freestyle, blah, blah. Point and shoot. Shout out to point and shoot. My bad, I was looking at something. Shout out to point and shoot, man. My man aim and click, point and shoot. WACK100 is helping the feds. Let's get into it. Let's go.
And how he lined up Luce Cannon to get... Okay, so...
Warning. This video is scripted, satire, comedy. Made exclusively for the purpose of absurd humor and not intended to be taken serious right now. This is not real commentary. It's fake commentary. Point and shoot. Warning. Let's go.
For this video, I want to talk about Three Fingers WACK100 and how he lined up Luce Cannon to get arrested by the federales. And so I want to explain. So one of the things that Luce Cannon is locked up for right now is for the Great No Jumper Brawl of 2024. This is when Luce Cannon was seen on video buffaloing some guy in the head with slam, and he forced him to take an unexpected nap, and then he ran his pockets and disrobed him and left him naked for dead. What? This is the Great No Jumper beatdown, but this is in the indictment. This is what Luce Cannon is in trouble for right now. And what they're saying is on the internet, people are saying that WACK 3 Fingers lined this whole thing up and used Luce Cannon to beat up someone he didn't like. And now Luce Cannon is in jail for it. And WACK 3 Fingers is parading around dry snitching on him, saying that it was all Luce Cannon, and this is basically telling. This is telling, guys.
WACK didn't run out on no bullshit.
Right, but the people that you invited are the ones who got involved in this bullshit. And from my perspective, this is all like a big PR thing. Because why was somebody filming before it even started?
Yeah, so someone was.
So why was someone filming before it even started unless WACK100 helped set up this assault? And it doesn't make sense that this nigga still... This is going into our segment. Why is he still on the streets? This is our segment. Why is he not in jail? We started a whole new segment based around Officer Rat Run Hunter entitled, Why is he not in jail? It's because he's working. It's because he's working.
Filming before it started, indicating that it was planned. Okay, so I want to explain this entire beating. So I guess Three Fingers WACK had a business deal for a low-budget TV show with these two guys, Travis Ford and Mozzie. And apparently WACK wanted
Travis Ford
to bring the 16 in on the deal because I think he wanted the 16 to help promote the show with his No Jumper platform. So he needed the 16. So they were going to have this meeting at the No Jumper building, just the four of them, Three Fingers WACK, Mozzie, Travis Ford, and the 16 of Nashua. It was supposed to be those four, but the meeting was canceled.
Mozzie canceled with WACK. WACK called me and told me not to show up.
And so what happened was this Jay Reed guy, the guy that got beat up at the No Jumper facility, he showed up to the meeting anyway. He says, I'm going anyways because he's got some business. He wants to do some business.
He tells him, I'm going up there anyway. Right?
And so what happened was Jay Reed annoyed some people by overstepping and trying to like slither into a business dealing that he wasn't invited to. And so he was annoying Three Fingers WACK and Travis Ford.
And Three Finger WACK attacked this man.
Ford and everyone, he's being a pest. And this is why people are saying that this was a setup.
Shout out to Rich Trapper Trap News Network.
That WACK 3 Fingers knew that Jay Reed was coming. Travis Ford probably...
I see what you did there, point and shoot. Appreciate you, bro.
He told Three Fingers WACK, like, hey, this guy's going anyways. This guy's out of control. And WACK was probably like, we gonna see about that. I got a Luce Cannon. We gonna do the whole thing. And, you know, WACK 3 Fingers wanted to do some gangsta shit.
What?
But he's not a gangster, so...
Some gangsta-ish.
He needed Luce Cannon. Does this make sense? I hope this is making sense. I want to actually go to a clip here before I get too
When I
carried
call
away.
him and say, yo, bro, what's up with this dude? Know what he tells me? He said, Wack, dude called me at 5:56 and said he on his way to No Jumper. And I said, why? Mozzie canceled with Wack. Wack called me and told me not to show up, right? I don't know this dude. All I know is Travis Ford and my owner, number 2. That's it. I don't know this dude, right?
So Whack Three Fingers says that he doesn't know Jay Reed.
Hey, shout out to Point and Shoot, man. You've been following Trap News Network. I see where you going with this because Wack is finna say he don't know Jay Reed, but then Point and Shoot is finna figure out that Wack in fact did know Jay Reed, and it's all fluke flammers. Point and Shoot, you've been watching TNN Trap News Network, bro. You've been getting that news you can use, and that knowledge you can't get nobody's college. I see.
He's never heard of Jay Reed. He wasn't expecting Jay Reed to show up ever. But this is actually problematic because Whack Three Fingers actually did know Jay Reed. He knew exactly who he was. He's been in pictures with him. He's gone to dinner with him. He's been on the phone with him.
You in pictures with him, at dinner with him, and you on the phone call with him prior to No Jumper.
Man, I was just in Vegas with these dudes about 2 weeks ago. And, you can see the picture up on about that. So
20. Have you see the date? There we go. See, that's everybody, right? Travis.
Why is Wack not involved in this RICO when this situation, this No Jumper fight, is brought up in the indictment? Why is he not in jail? This is the segment entitled, Why is he not in jail? How come Wack ain't locked up like everybody else, bro? I don't understand. Let's get into it.
Luce, Mozzie, Jay Reed in the back. I don't know this dude.
He's not even in the back. He's like right in the picture with his arm around you guys. Like literally, look, hold on. You see Jay Reed with his arm around Wack. This is Jay Reed right here. That's Wack. You know what I'm saying? That's Luce. He has his arm around both of them. I'm not really sure what's going on. He's not in the back. He's like with his arm around you. You guys are smiling. You got a Kool-Aid smile on. You looking like, Kool-Aid. You feel me? Like, I'm not really sure what exactly is going on here, what kind of fluke, flammy, skullduggery, and larceny you're on. But yeah, man, that's pretty apparent that you guys are best friends. You guys are like besties.
See, that's everybody,
You for sure look like you guys are trading Pokemon cards.
right? Travis, Luce, Mozzie, Jay Reed in the back. I don't know this dude.
So Three Fingers Whack actually did know who Jay Reed was and likely knew he was coming to No Jumper that night because Travis Ford was notified by Jay Reed that he was going to No Jumper.
He said, Wack, dude called me at 5:56 and said he on his way to No Jumper.
And so it just doesn't make any sense to me that Travis Ford wouldn't then relay that message to Wack and say, hey, Jay Reed's on his way up there anyways. It doesn't make any sense. I believe that Travis Ford did in fact do that and that Wack knew that Jay Reed was coming. And it also kind of sounds like they were waiting around for him to show up.
He does what he always does. I got to get home before the baby goes to sleep.
You know it's crazy though, but they were intending for Travis Ford to pull up because they wanted to jump Travis Ford. But let's see if Point and Shoot gets to that.
He come out here, laugh, joke, bullshit, shoot a game of pool, then we get on.
But either way, this is where the story stops making sense. Listen to this.
Soon as I saw them heads, I say, bro, whoever that is, get them out of here. When you leave, bro, I don't let nobody in this building. If you're here and it's cool, then it's cool. Donnie will tell you, soon as they walked in, I didn't even get a chance to see you. I said, yo, whoever that is, tell them wait outside, bro. I don't know if it's some loose people or what.
So when Three Fingers Whack is just systematically snitching on Luce Cannon, just blaming the whole thing on him, and he's like telling these lies like he didn't know who Jay Reed was, like he didn't have dinner with him the other day.
Just tell them wait outside, bro. I don't know if it's some loose people or what. So when you call,
just systematically snitching, barnacles, absolutely barnacles. The work is barnacles.
And said it's
barnacles.
Two people in the back,
in the front, really.
Or wherever they was at, you know my people. My people, when I get here, they're here. If you ain't here when I get here, I ain't fucking with you. So I don't send my people out. I say, Luce, whoever out there, maybe they're your people, go check. So he goes out. They motion for me to come over there. Dude is saying some shit like, motherfuckers think they all that, whoop-de-whoop-de-woo, but when it come to this white boy, culture vulture, he get to this, all this crazy shit, right? I make the decision not to respond. You know why? I respond, Adam, who respond? You been around my team long enough to know they disciplined. They ain't finna do shit unless I do some shit. I'm not saying I ain't tell myself, I'm gonna fuck your ass up, just not right here. I ain't trying to hear what you saying. Luce says, so you came up here for content. He says back to Luce.
Now, the crazy part about it, Jay Reed did in fact say that, the white boy, the culture vulture, but that's after you guys beat him up. His initial conversation was very happy and very positive, so that's after you guys actually, in fact, beat him up is when he said that.
Whatever, cuz, how you want to put it. On gangster. Luce says, nigga, this...
And then he never actually said on gangster anyway. you know, you're tying Luce Cannon to even deeper conspiracy because now you're tying him to the Rolling 60 Crips and all that kind of stuff and blah, blah, blah by saying on gangsters and on hood and all that kind of stuff is proving Luce Cannon, even though we know he's not, is on paper proving that Luce Cannon is a member of the Rolling 60s and is a gang member and all that kind of stuff. And it's just overall snitching. It's just telling. It's telling. It's snitchy, snitchy, snitchy. It's ugly, ugly, ugly. And the crazy part about WACK, I just want to know, why are you not in jail?
On neighborhood, okay? In this jungle, Adam, anything gangster crip, anything neighborhood crip.
Wow. Okay, so this Pyru is on this podcast narrating gang-related crime. I mean, this is insane. Why is he doing this? It's almost like he wants Luce Cannon to get investigated. Seriously, what is the point of discussing this on this show? If WACK 3 Fingers is so hot under the collar from all the pressure from the interrogation of the 16, imagine what he would give to the cops. I think WACK 3 Fingers is an informant at this point.
If that's the information you'll give to Adam 16, imagine what you'll give to the cops.
A point I wanted to make is that Luce Cannon already made a video snitching on himself for this exact thing, this exact beating, but he gave a different story that didn't involve any type of gangbanging. And so I'm thinking, like, is WACK just trying to add gangbanging to the story because he knows the feds are watching? Could it be that WACK 3 Fingers is trying to make this appear gang-related so that the feds investigate this as part?
You know what's crazy? I never thought about that. Luce Cannon didn't ever say anything about it being gang-related. WACK made it gang-related. Damn, that's deep. Better find a mop that's getting sticky in this air.
Part of the RICO?
What?
I don't know. It makes sense if you think about it. And so I'd like to play you guys a clip of Luce Cannon's version of the event.
WACK was like, no, I don't know who they are. So I'm like, oh, I don't know, but let me go out and holler at him. So I walk out and he was like, man, I got a problem with WACK. I'm like, you got a problem with WACK about what? Yeah, I just got a problem with him. I'm like, you do? So I called WACK over there. WACK, come over here. Dude was like, man, you running this type of content and stuff like that. And WACK was like, what content? WACK pulled out his phone. Once WACK pulled out the phone, he was like, oh, this content? And then the dude was like, everything is not content.
Because Jay Reed said that he was actually pulling out the phone because he wanted to show them the analytics and the numbers because he was trying to be a part of Dosh Network, which actually make a lot of sense what Jay Reed saying, not what these idiots are lying about.
I say, you right. So, y'all see the results. Smack. Let's get to it. How far do y'all expect me to go?
So Luce Cannon's version is that he knocked the guy out because he said he had a problem with 3 Fingers WACK. That's very interesting. So 3 Fingers WACK left that part out of his version. He didn't want the narrative to be that Luce Cannon was knocking people out on his behalf. So he changed the story and said that there was gangbanging involved, and that's what motivated Luce Cannon to knock the guy out. And so this had nothing to do with any gangbanging. This was just 3 Fingers WACK trying to remove himself from any responsibility.
And firing on Jay Reed has absolutely nothing to do with on gangsters, on neighborhoods.
That's what I think.
It has nothing to do with
So
that.
it sounds like 3 Fingers WACK pretty much made this up, this gang enhancement situation, and just made it up. And so he's not only snitching, but he's lie snitching. That's one of the more pathetic forms of snitching. And it gets kind of crazier when 3 Fingers WACK.
Lie snitching is crazier than dry snitching. Lie snitching is the why snitching. Look you in the eye snitching. Make your mama cry snitching.
Says that he basically stopped the situation from getting worse. Listen to this.
Y'all witness outside of No Jumper. Did I do what I was supposed to do?
You didn't do anything.
No bullshit. Oh, y'all got amnesia?
Oh,
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Wow. So WACK 3 Fingers wants credit for stopping the beating, for saying, no, don't do that, don't do that. He only, so here's the deal. He only started saying, no, don't do that after the gun came out.
What?
You can clearly see in the video, WACK 3 Fingers just standing there with his hands in his pockets watching the beating take place and didn't say anything until Slam got pulled out. And you're going to be able to tell when the tussle starts and when 3 Fingers WACK says, no, don't do that. Listen to this. So that was about 11 seconds of violence, and WACK just stood around with his hands in his pockets watching it happen. So I really have a huge problem with WACK Three Fingers telling on Luce Cannon on podcasts and, like, you know, explaining all this gangster activity on, you know, it's really unacceptable. He should sit there and shut the fuck up, especially because he was
The white boy telling you should sit there and shut the fuck up is crazy when a square white boy can even see you doing too much.
involved. Probably he should shut the fuck up. But because of, and you know, this isn't the only thing that Luce Cannon is in jail for that WACK Three Fingers sort of lined up. The federales are actually using transcripts from a podcast that WACK Three Fingers brought Luce Cannon onto in order to get Luce Cannon to start like saying way too much about crimes. And this was how Luce Cannon got his start with his internet antics. This was his first, we hadn't seen, so this is the first time we have ever seen Luce Cannon was on this podcast.
I took Luce and set him on the side of me.
WACK set this man up from failure WACK set this man up for failure from top to bottom.
When the light hit me, I made sure it hit him.
Yeah, I don't think I was that familiar with him before you brought him on the pod.
So WACK Three Fingers just brings on this nobody named Luce Cannon and starts getting him to tell on himself and others for the sake of getting Big U in trouble. Because Luce Cannon ends up implicating Big U in Nipsey Hussle's murder. Okay, so this is really insane. Look at this.
Yeah. But this crazy motherfucker calls me the other day. If I get some information or some content, I'm going to fry your ass up.
Yeah,
I said, nephew, this content I can't present. You got to present it because you ain't lied to me yet. He's behind a lot of shit that you've seen. You just should know it was him. Okay. We're going to tell you off camera.
What kind of stuff?
Just some shit. He's behind a lot of shit that if you see on YouTube, you just say no, it was him. So I know he ain't no bullshitter.
Look at WACK admitting to Luce Cannon for harming and committing crimes against other people. That's barnacles. Barnacles.
Man, listen.
No, so
yeah, you gotta elaborate on this shit.
I got to, because at the end of the day, it's like dealing with, like, we about to go do something, hop out on something, and give you a gun that's empty.
Oh, he did that to you?
No, he did. Yeah,
Oh, he did it to somebody else? Ooh.
This nigga crazy. He really going.
Honey, okay. Can we cut
So did you let him just take the 50 from you? You really didn't get a cut, or you waited to the next thing and just took more?
Yeah.
No, he avoided me.
Yeah.
And then, like, one day...
you know why he wanted to get a dude back to 40, right? Because he was going to make dude give him 20 for getting it back.
Of course.
And kept you out of it.
Of course. He did that to, when I did that to Meek Mills and Rick Ross.
What'd you do to them?
So,
the club, when you sweated them in the club?
Yeah.
Dude, and Meek and Rick have no idea that Draw sent you at him.
Yeah. No, yeah, they sent that because I
So
called
this really just sends a shiver down my spine watching Three
Like the level of snitchery is barnacles.
Fingers WACK coaching Luce Cannon along, getting him to tell on him. I mean, this is crazy. So this isn't, how is this not third-party snitching?
The homies blowing me up like they just killed Nipsey. And so I'm like...
Wait. You get a call from Big U telling you Nipsey just got killed.
Yeah.
You panic, call Nip. Nip answer the phone.
Yeah, and
you
we
like...
were just talking on regular. So it's like, at the end of the day, I didn't even think about it because...
You don't even warn him that you got that call from dude.
No, because their relationship was so fucked up. They be hot one minute, then they be cold the next minute, and then they be lukewarm. Like, you
and
just
30
never
minutes
knew.
after you get out the phone with Nip, he get killed.
Yeah, I got it.
So
all
you
on
think
the
he hit
TV
you
show.
a little too early?
Yep, he hit me a little bit too early because the homie Shitty double back 3 times. You hear what I'm saying?
So that was nuts. WACK Three Fingers sounds exactly like a police officer. Same speech patterns and everything. That's very, very interesting. So WACK Three Fingers brings Luce Cannon on, gets him to make all these wild and crazy claims in a display of self-snitchery. Then Luce Cannon starts getting attention from other people like DJ Akademiks.
Interview talking about what I did to
Him ending up on Akademiks is barnacles. Why is he even there?
Meek Mills.
Wait, you did something to Meek Mill?
Oh, Lord.
And you know, I do
And as he continues to just go online and continue to snitch on himself, it's barnacles.
find it interesting that DJ Akademiks is interested in interviewing Luce Cannon when he had this to say about LA gang members.
All the LA gangsters, I don't know what's going on in LA. Maybe they don't sell enough drugs being in these gangs. They don't get money. They're broke, okay? I'm sorry to say, LA gang members are fucking broke. The only way they know how to get money is podcasting. Most of them are unintelligible, illiterate, don't know how to have coherence, ideas, points, or even make sentences. And what they oftentimes realize the intrigue about them are, what usually is that? is talk about crimes they've committed. So the whole LA
So
podcast.
the academics pulled Luce Cannon up there to talk about crime and get him locked up?
And I ain't gonna lie to you. I think LA is a weird scene in general. Let me just be very clear.
No,
I really don't.
Anybody who can't make it in LA always say that it's weird. Anybody who low key, oh, LA this, LA that, that's because you couldn't make it. If niggas get their chain taken, all of a sudden the whole scene is weird. Nigga, shut up. You a buster who can't go outside. You know, that's that. I would imagine academics think LA is weird. He can't go outside and enjoy it.
I promise I don't know. It said y'all was trying to kidnap him. So explain that story. Wait, so how did you even come in contact with it? And I think supposedly there was a big you portion of it.
Yeah. So basically, so we caught him at the club
Look at academics like a little schoolgirl.
where he was performing at.
So DJ Akademiks falls directly under the definition of culture vulture. He's capitalizing off of gang culture in LA, something that he despises, but he's just using it to get money, okay? And I always find it funny when DJ Akademiks talks about himself like he's this brilliant guy, like he's insanely smart.
You're the only street nigga that could keep up with me on the mic. That's a fact. I would talk circles
That means that you have the lowest level of education if WACK can keep up with you. I'm just saying.
around anyone if we had to get to an intellectual conversation.
He ain't that smart. I listened to him talk. He sounds like a fucking idiot. Seriously, what's up with again? Why does he say again like 5,000 fucking times? Listen to this.
And again, we're pulling you to the side like, so I'm on YouTube, but again, I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm not, listen, again, if I'm exploiting,
Well, here goes
and
the problem.
again, I know, like, Kanye is really interested. Again, it's so passionate for him, and again, you know, the optics on it, so I'm watching, again, so you're trying to do a song with my daughter, but you would do one with me. Again, because in the past, and again, after seeing this indictment, again, don't you believe?
That's like FLAKKO with the so look right, so look right, so look right, so look right. Goodness gracious, again and again, over and over again. I keep doing over and over again. Face ass.
That again, not that the podcast was police, but even again. So again, you know, again.
Okay, so that was not very intellectual sounding at all. And I'm sorry if I can't respect anyone that says again this many fucking times.
What? Again, right? Because again. So again.
Flackiana has no like identity of his own. He literally is a carbon copy of everybody who he ever looks at.
Again, yo, like again. So again, because again. So again. I really get niggas locked up, right? I'm really a rat.
So WACK 3 Fingers gets Luce Cannon to say all this stuff on No Jumper, and all of a sudden he's getting booked on Akademiks' little podcast. He's going on he's got a whole media tour to talk about all this stuff, and it's all because of WACK 3 Fingers, right? WACK 3 Fingers himself takes credit for this. And so knowing what WACK 3 Fingers likely knows about the feds and the police, why would he encourage Luce Cannon to do this? If Luce Cannon was really his partner, why wouldn't he say,
partner,
don't do that, don't do. Why is he saying go on DJ Akademiks and tell him the story? Why are you doing that? Is it because it furthers your agenda and you don't give a fuck if Luce Cannon gets locked up?
What?
That's what it sounds like. I mean, the guy just sounds like a cop. Like I said, his speech patterns, the things that he says, it just sounds very police-like.
I don't let people in my car. I don't know if you paid attention. I don't let dudes in my vehicle. People get in, they smell like marijuana.
Again.
You know, they may have warrants and shit. I know with me in there, I know what my situation is. So they gonna escort me back. I know they there with me. I can talk bullshit. We can pull over. I get woozy.
WACK 3 Fingers doesn't let people in his car because they may smell like marijuana and they may have warrants? That doesn't... So I won't let anyone in my car that doesn't smell like marijuana and doesn't have fucking warrants. Because at least that way I can trust them. And I know that they're not the fucking feds. So 3 Fingers, and I want to point out 3 Fingers.
Point and shoot is outraged.
WACK's been saying police stuff on podcasts for a long time. This isn't new.
He got some responsibility in getting, old boy killed that they love up there in the Bay. We ain't touched content on that,
So
Adam.
at the end of the day, WACK 3 Fingers likely did play a role in helping Luce Cannon provide evidence via podcast to self-snitch on himself. WACK 3 Fingers facilitated this and catalyzed the entire situation. So a lot of people are saying that WACK 3 Fingers sort of may have intentionally done this to get another rolling 60 put in the grinder. So that's the video, guys. Check out the
We up out here to the next one, man. Show some love. Show some love.
Patreon.
Show some love to my man Point and Shoot. Shout out to Point and Shoot. We about here to the next one, man. Y'all know the deal. Red dots to the left. Y'all know the rest. And it's free Avenue Angel, so he's free. We are gone.